finished up a workout, so I apologize for the sweaty grossness that I am right now. What? What are you squeaking about? And I got my first Amazon Prime Fresh delivery because my fiance went out of town this week and he drove to the gym the other day and I left my wallet in his glove compartment and he is now out of town. So I can neither drive to the grocery store to get groceries because my license is in said wallet and I have no credit cards or cash to buy those groceries if I were able to get to the store. So unfortunately, I have to order food now. But only a couple of things because we did do a little grocery shopping trip this weekend. But I thought I would show you what I ordered. Now I've actually never done a Prime food delivery, but they come in like an insulated package bag box type situation. And I just got some celery, cheese, because although I cannot go anywhere, I do have wine at home. A few avocados that need to sit for a few days before I can use them anyway. Coleslaw, and a little bag of baby carrots. Now, they've separated that out for me, and I assume that that's because these are refrigerated items, and this is not. Perfect. I had to get some more quinoa as well, because despite the fact that we went to Costco this weekend, I forgot to get quinoa, and that's usually the place to get it because it's the big bag, it's organic, and it's just more economical to get it at Costco, as are most things. So there we have our tiny little Amazon Fresh haul. These cats, I tell you. Sigmund isn't even here. He went with my fiance out of town, and I have the two girls, and Geraldine is coming out of her shell more than ever, squeaking every time I look at her. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm coming to you from my lovely wood-paneled 60s office. Following my last video where I was at the VitaFoods trade show in Geneva, I had a few questions about what I actually do in the industry. The first thing to understand is that the nutraceuticals industry is massive. I mean, you have everything from the ingredient suppliers, the manufacturers, the package suppliers, the certification and regulatory bodies, the consultants working for those regulatory bodies to help brands comply. I mean, any number of individuals or companies associated with this industry, down to who makes the capsules that the ingredients go into to create a product that you will find on the shelves of your local pharmacy. I mean, it's massive, and that's why there are hundreds of vendors that go to these trade shows. So my company does ingredients, and I've switched gears a little bit from my last job where I was doing very straightforward vitamins and probiotics to now it's more herbal extracts. Think turmeric, ashwagandha, black cumin seed, capsaicinoids, that sort of thing. I'm in sales, and I go to brands or manufacturers and talk about what they're currently formulating, what kind of innovation they're looking to do, what they're seeing as trends in the marketplace so that we can best help them create a product for those customers. Really anything to help make their brand better and reach more customers with better products. And I've been doing this for several years now. I was at a different company before and now moving into a different portfolio of ingredients. I love it. Honestly, this kind of industry brings me so much joy. I personally am always on a mission to find what I can do to make my body perform better, to feel better, to have fewer issues down the road. And the more I get into this industry, the more I learn, and then the more I can share with my customers. My industry, the neutral world, I absolutely love it. So I hope that helps you understand what I do. Just thought I would jump on and give you the rundown. Now, I also just got a package from my new employer, and it looks like my work phone and case have arrived. They have sent me the iPhone 14, and just for comparison, my phone is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, quite a bit bigger. I am proud of myself because I was an Android person for years. I was like the last person to come to Apple from Samsung, and I'm fully confident in my abilities to set this phone up. Just personal growth. All right, now I have not moved all day from my office, just with getting things organized in the new job, catching up on things. And so I've decided to go for a walk because, as I mentioned, I do not have my license this week because I'm so intelligent. So I won't be driving to the gym, but I'm gonna go for a walk and I'm gonna take you with me because, and you might already be able to hear it, this year, I guess, is one of those odd years where the massive cicada colonies like emerge from underground. I don't know all the inner workings of it, but I do know that there is a group that emerges every 13 years and a group that emerges every 17 years, I think they said. And this year, they happen to overlap. And it is a constant deafening noise that just all day long. It is just that buzzing, chirping sound. And I thought I would take you with me so that you could hear for yourself. I have headphones in, and I have been listening to the Working Hard, Hardly Working podcast, and I can hear the cicadas through my headphones. I'm really hoping the camera is picking this sound up because it is so loud. Now, it's kind of funny with this big cicada invasion that we're having. Local businesses are starting to craft like the cicada cocktail and invite you to come share a cicada cocktail while listening to their music on our patio. Or I've also seen memes that people have started to make about the cicadas. It's infectious, and you can't get away from it, whether you're at home or you're scrolling through your phone, or you go out to a bar. And it's supposed to stay for, I think, it's not even the peak of it yet. It's going to be a multi-week, probably most of the summer type of invasion. So I think we're just going to have to get used to it. Now, the good news is, I don't know what's going on with my hair here, but the good news is they don't actually bite. But apparently they will pee on you if they feel threatened. There. I think that's a good spot for you. I wanted to show you a new coffee creamer that I've been loving because if you know me, you know that coffee is like in my veins. And we have the Califia Farms Mint Chip Oat Milk. It's a special edition. I saw it on Instagram and instantly ran out to the store because I love mint chip. It is my favorite kind of ice cream, and I usually do not put creamer in my coffee, but I figure, you know what, it's like start of summer, it's kind of fun, and it might not be bad in an espresso martini either. I may have to try that this evening. But for now, we just have a little extra flavor to our afternoon cup of coffee. Now I'm really hoping this gets me through the afternoon because I have spent the majority of the morning on the phone with the old retirement account provider that my old employer used and the new account provider at my new company. And I have to tell you, there is no greater bane to my existence than when you are switching employers and how many hoops you have to go through to get your retirement funds moved over. It's absurd. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday morning, and I'm just getting up and going, which is why I'm still in my pajamas. And I had a notification this morning that I had an Amazon package delivered, so I thought I would show you what we got. Now, at the moment, it's about 6:45, and I have been up since 5 o'clock this morning because it was the launch of Tala's new getaway capsule, and I just had the early access, so I had to be sure to get on and get a few things. So I've been up for a while, but I'm just now getting up and moving. Oh, what a world we live in, that we can just lay in bed and order things on our phone. Oh, this is one of those Amazon packages where you're expecting something and then you forget that you have some subscription things that you order too, and I definitely don't need them and forgot to skip them this month. So we have our collagen peptides. I need to get back on my collagen coffee kick that I was on during my rhinoplasty because I still have about half a bag. Then we have some more of the Garden of Life Beets Detox, and this is just a beet powder. It has apple cider vinegar and a few other like prebiotics and other good things for you. And I actually really like this, and I can tell the difference when I don't have it every day. Definitely worth checking out. Beets are a great source of natural energy, so I like to have them just in the morning just to kind of get my day going. Next we have a couple of water bottles. Well, not just water bottles. Coffee's ready. I'm very Boop this morning. I have the Boop coffee mug, and then I also have on my Boop hoodie this morning. My fiance was associated with the Broadway show, so we have a lot of Boop in this house. Back to what I was doing. New water bottles, and the reason partially started because my old Stanley that I have, I'm not going to show you, but on the other side it has the logo of my previous employer. And I realized that switching jobs and having a new employer shouldn't really justify getting a new Stanley, but I wanted one, and I figured it'll help my fiance and I to drink more water and be in better shape leading up to our wedding. So it was just kind of a motivational idea. For him, I went with the silver with the kind of jade green handle, and I think he's gonna like this. And then I went with one of their new colors because it was so pretty. And this one was called Matcha Cream. And I don't know if this light is actually doing it justice. It's really pretty. Let's see if you can, maybe, I don't know. Don't mind my dirty sink. I'm hoping that with a couple of new Stanley tumblers that we drink more water and just feel better. And it's something that I've been trying to work on, actually, is drinking more water. But with changing companies, I don't want to look at my old logo every day anymore. So now we have a new Stanley to drink water out of. You may laugh, but actually when you turn 30, last year was 30, these are the things you get excited about. Much later in the day now, and I'm just sitting down to lunch, and because I've not been able to drive anywhere, and I did do the one little Amazon fresh order at the beginning of the week, let me show you what lunch is today. We truly have the kitchen sink lunch of some leftover veg. I have mushrooms, tomatoes, and summer squash, Then we've got quinoa down there for a bit of protein and grains. Some tzatziki sauce that I need to eat before it goes bad. And there's a bit of cabbage in there as well. Oh, and chickpeas. I threw chickpeas in there because they were open and why not? I realize it's kind of pathetic to already be at a kitchen sink lunch after not being able to go to the store for only like 3 days. But you know what? I eat a lot of fresh food, so this is where we're at. Beautiful Friday afternoon that we're having, and I get a little visit from this one. Josephine never comes in the office, so it's always kind of a treat when she decides to come visit me. I don't know if you can still hear them, but there are cicadas in the background. Not as many today because it's a little bit more like wet and murky out. It hasn't rained, but it definitely feels like it has potential. But my God, they are so loud. I did need to come outside just for some fresh air, and I have been staring at screens all day. I had a massive headache yesterday, and I've had a massive headache all day today, so here we are. I also wanted to just have a little insert here about what you want to see on the channel. I'm coming up actually on 6 months now of doing YouTube, and it's been so much fun doing all kinds of different content, from travel vlogs to cooking to just what we get up to, really. And so I'm curious what you, as I would assume some of you are frequent viewers, maybe some of you this is your very first time watching, welcome, what you would like to see coming up. Because honestly, there's so many different ways that I could take this. Currently, we are in the throes of wedding planning. I would definitely be open to doing some kind of wedding planning vlog. I am also about 3 months post-op for my rhinoplasty, so I'm thinking of doing either a Q&A or some kind of 3-month catch-up following that. And just some travel plans coming up, the new job that I've started, and a little bit more in depth about that. It's exciting once you get going with YouTube, the ways that you can take it, the options for videos, the type of content. And as people who maybe have been watching my channel for a little bit, if there's specific content you want to see, I will consider it. So please leave me a comment down below if there are certain kinds of videos, or if any of that sounds like something you would want to watch. That would be great. I'm literally just sitting here drinking water, watching Geraldine eat bugs off the floor. Alright, I literally lasted all of 10 minutes outside because I don't know if anyone else is cursed with this, but if I'm outside for more than 10 minutes, I start to get chewed up. Even on an indoor screened-in porch, I've got 2 mosquito bites on my back already. Bugs love me, so we do not do well outside for long periods of time. Ever since the rhinoplasty, I have been all about the pineapple. And so has little Sigmund. See, she thinks she likes it, but she doesn't actually like pineapple. He's the only one that totally digs it. Once one of them get food, they all want food. Now I know one of those packages is for my fiance, but the other one is for me, and I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Yes. Okay, so in a much earlier vlog, I noted that I joined a book club this year, and I think I've briefly touched on a few of the books that we read. But the most recent one, I don't know, I haven't really been able to get into it. It was called Sociopath, a Memoir, and I'm maybe like a third of the way through. And it's one of those books that you start to wonder if you're really gonna finish it or not. It's not that it's not interesting. It's a very interesting book, but that's the word I would use, interesting. Because from a psychological standpoint, you wonder how sincere the author actually is with what she's saying, or if there's any exaggeration, because it is a book. It is supposed to grab your attention in some way. But I don't know that I love it. And we also already had the book club meeting for it. Unfortunately, it was this week. It was Wednesday evening. We are now on Friday. And I could not go because I didn't have my license. My fiance came home last night. I now have my wallet and everything inside, so yay. But I missed the book club discussion on it, and I'm not done with it. And the next book just came. I have a whole nightstand full of books, and I kind of just want to move on and cut my losses. But the perfectionist in me can't start a book and not finish it. So maybe it's one to come back to. But the new book that we got sounds very intriguing, and it is called The Evolution of Annabelle Craig. And I wasn't entirely sure what it was about, but the gal in it is supposedly from Dayton, Tennessee, so at least it's local. Let's see, something about Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, culture wars, trial, ongoing trial divides neighbor against neighbor. It is the path to her own evolution begins with the courage to think for herself. I'll give it a try. It sounds more interesting to me than the sociopath book sounded. I will give it a fair try. That is this month's book club book, The Evolution of Annabelle Craig, and I will keep you posted on how it is. Friday at 5:30, so it's about that time. I'm on my way to go meet Sandy for a happy hour, but I thought I would do a quick outfit of the day because I love this dress. This is a vintage shop in Florence, Italy dress that I got on our trip last summer when we got engaged, so it has some sentimental value. Sandy also bought it for me, so I want to wear it, but I really have not had that many opportunities to wear it yet. I think I've worn it once in public, actually. Just a really nice blue and white design dress, perfect for this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend, and it's got a little tie around the center. Just a really simple, kind of flattering print. And then I have on these nude heels from Jessica Simpson. I think I got them at DSW like 4 years ago. And then we're going really simple. We just have on the maxi and mini square hoop from Daisy London by Estee Lalonde. And then I have on one little gold hair clip, and that's it. I'm also wearing the Gems and Roses MAC lipstick, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer. And that is the look for date night. From happy hour. I am in my Loop the Musical t-shirt. Again, very excited for it to come to Broadway on New York. But anyway, we are home and my headache has not gone away yet. So we are actually grilling some steaks because I talked to my mother yesterday and she said she thinks I might be anemic. So we'll see how they turn out, but haven't had steak in a very long time, but I think it's gonna be delicious. Also making a little pasta salad on the side because that is how you do a summer barbecue. Now what we have is blanched peas and asparagus, some chopped scallion and parsley, and we're gonna throw that into a bowl with our pasta, and we picked up some of this chunky blue cheese salad dressing, and I think that's gonna come together nicely. had to round off the evening with the perfect little dessert. It's the next day now, Saturday morning. Got up early, went to the gym, off to a great start, and we're just getting ready now to head to the farmer's market. But it is officially Memorial Day weekend, which means we can bring out the white, and I have the red, white, and blue going on here with this little thick, I don't know, retro belt from Top Vintage. And I think we're gonna wrap the vlog up there for the week. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.